Good morning, everyone. So, yesterday we have seen how to write the steps for network scenario file. We have generated different TCL scripts using energy generator, and we have seen what is trace file format and what are AWK scripts, and we have added color, shape, and labeling to the node, and we also changed the color of the data traffic. So today we will discuss how to generate TCL script for UDP communication, and we will see different network topologies, that is ring, mesh, star, bus, and we will see how this drop tail and RED queue management schemes will work. So first we will start with UDP communication. So to open the generator, the first command is cd space desktop. So type cd space desktop. This D should be capital letter. Now click enter. So because my generator folder is on desktop, so we have to go to the desktop directory, then type the command to open the generator, that is java space -jar space capital NSG 2.jar. So this is the command to open the generator. Now click enter. So this is the window. Go to scenario. Select new white scenario. So here we have node. So in node we have different types. I'm selecting single. So select single. So I'm placing 3 nodes. One node, next another node, and here another node. So we are taking 3 nodes. Next we have to connect these nodes. So go to link. In link, we have different types of parameters, that is link type, queue type, capacity, propagation delay, and queue size. See here, we have in link, we have link type, queue type, capacity, propagation delay, and queue size. So select duplex link, or you can also select simplex link. I'm selecting duplex link. And the queue type, here we have drop tail. Now I'm selecting RED as my queue type. Select RED. Next give capacity. So I'm changing it to 10 Mbps. And the propagation delay we have 10 milliseconds. I'm changing it to 5 milliseconds. Next give the queue size. So default we have 50. I'm changing it to 20. So after giving these parameters, now we have to connect these devices. So to connect these devices, just click on the node. So we have green color circle. Next click on the other node. Next same, click on this node, and next click on this node. So a duplex link is formed between 3 nodes. So N0 is connected to N1, N1 is connected to N2. After completion of this step, go to agent. In agent, we have different types of agents. Yesterday we have seen TCP. Today we will see UDP. So select UDP. So for sender, for UDP protocol, the sender will be UDP. So I want N2 as my sender. So connect UDP to N2. Just click on N2, move and click. UDP is connected to N2. Now for UDP protocol, the receiver is null because UDP does not provide acknowledgement. So we treat it as null. So select null as our receiver. So select null. Now I want N0 as my receiver. So select, just click on N0, move and click. and null is connected to N0. Now N2 will be the sender and N0 will be the receiver, and this N1 will be our intermediate devices. So N2 will transmit data to N1, then N1 will transmit data to N0. Now we will see what will happen if it does not connect this UDP and null. Just click on TCL. See, till now we have created the devices, we have connected them, and next we have set the agents. Now we will see what will happen if we does not connect this UDP and null. Just click on TCL. See, the agents are empty. If you observe here, see, nodes are created, link is also created. Next, here agent is empty because we did not connect UDP and null. So this is the important step. You have to connect UDP and null. So if you don't connect UDP and null, this agent will be empty. That's why close this. Now we have to connect UDP and null. So click on UDP. Next click on null. See, a red color line is formed between UDP and null. So we have connected this UDP and null. So when you generate TCL, you can see the TCL script. See, a agent is formed, right? So UDP is connected to N2 and null is connected to N0, and we have connected the UDP and null. Now close this. Agent definition is completed. Now go to application. In application for UDP, the application type should be CBR. Select CBR and the start time is 1. Stop time I am changing it to 5 seconds. Give it as 5 seconds. For CBR you have packet size, you have rate and interval. So this interval is nothing but when you divide 1 by interval, you will get number of packets sent per second. Intermediate devices. So N2 will transmit data to N1, then N1 will transmit data to N0. Now, we will see what will happen if it does not connect this UDP and null. Just click on TCL. So till now we have created the devices, we have connected them, and next we have now we have to connect the application. That is the application we have selected CBR for UDP. We gave start time, stop time, and this is the packet size. If you want to change packet size, rate, interval, you can change here. So now we have to connect CBR. So just click on UDP, move and click. CBR is connected to UDP. Now go to parameters and change the simulation time. So we gave data transmission time, that is CBR stop time as 5 seconds. So give it as 6 seconds. So if you want complete data transmission, you have to give simulation time more than stop time. So now we gave simulation time as 6 seconds. Now change trace file name. I'm giving it as U1, that is UDP protocol. So I'm giving it as U1. Next, same NAM file name as U1. So we gave simulation time, trace file name and NAM file name. Now click on done. Next, generate the TCL script. So this is our TCL script. Once check the TCL script. So we have stop time here and the NS simulator is created here. Next, we have created the output files, that is u1.tr, u1.nam. Next, nodes are also created, that is we created 3 nodes. N0 will be receiver, N1 is the intermediate device, N2 will be our sender. Next, this is the link. We have connected the devices using duplex link with 10 MB capacity and 5 milliseconds propagation delay, and we used queue type as RED and the queue limit is 20. Next, here we have agent. So we have connected the agents. Next, here we have application. And this is the finish procedure. So after checking the TCL script, just save the TCL script. Click on save. Save it on desktop. Select desktop and open. Next, you will get save in desktop. Now select file of type as TCL file. Select TCL file. Give file name as U1. U1. Now click on save. So after saving the TCL script, go to system and exit. Now open terminal Now we have to execute our TCL script. The command is ns space file name dot TCL. Our file name is u1.tcl. Now click enter. See, 3 nodes. We have created 3 nodes. I'm editing the layout. Select the node and drag it. Select the node, drag it. Now click on play button. So if you want to increase the speed, you can increase the speed using this step. See, at 1 second, the data transmission will start from the node 2. See. Node 2 is sending data to 1 and 1 is sending data to 0. So this is a UDP protocol. After receiving the data, the receiver is not sending any acknowledgement because UDP is a connectionless protocol. It does not provide any acknowledgement. So just it will receive the data. So this is the time axis and the time is displayed here. So after 5 seconds, the data transmission will stop. Increase the speed. See, after 5 seconds, the data transmission will stop. See, after 5 seconds, 2 had stopped its data transmission and at 6 seconds, the simulation will stop. So our simulation has been completed. Now close this window. Now we will do analysis. For analysis, we use 2 files, that is trace file and one is awk script. So the command for analysis is awk space -f space file name of the awk. So my file name is wide1.awk. Next, give the trace file name. So we gave trace file as u1.tr. So type u1.tr. Now click enter. See, we got sent packets as 1000, received packets are also 1000. So packet drop will be 0. We do not have any packet drops, that's why it is 0. Next, packet delivery ratio we have, that is received packets by sent packets into 100. So received packets and sent packets are same. So 1 into 100 we got 100. Next, packet drop ratio. Packet drop ratio is packet drop by sent packets into 100. Packet drops are 0. So 0 into 100, 0. Next we got time. This is the data transmission time. Next we got total delay as 5. Next the average delay is total delay by sent packets. We got this value. So this is how UDP is working. Now we will see what will happen if we keep simulation time less than stop time. Just open the TCL script, that is gedit space u1.tcl. To open the TCL script, the command is gedit space u1.tcl. Enter. See, here we have simulation time 6 seconds. And the data transmission time is 5 seconds. So Change simulation time to 4 seconds. Change simulation time to 4 seconds. Now save the file. Here we have save. See, simulation time I am changing it to 4 seconds. The data transmission is 5 seconds. So after doing this change, save the file. Now open terminal. Once again execute the TCL script, that is ns space u1.tcl. Click enter. Now play the simulation. Increase the speed. See, the simulation will stop at 4 seconds. Two is sending data to 1, 1 is sending data to 0. See, simulation is stopped at 4 seconds. Now we will see what will happen. Close this window. Now we will do analysis, that is AWK space hyphen F space file name of the AWK, next file name of the trace file. Now click enter. See, sent packets are 750 and the received packets are only 749 because we ended the simulation at 4 seconds, but the data transmission is 5 seconds. The sender is sending the data, but we are ending before the data transmission time. That's why some packets are not received at the receiver. That's why we are getting only 749. One packet is not received at the receiver within the given time. Within the given time, the sent packets are 750. So we have an intermediate node. So the sender will send data to the intermediate node. This intermediate node will send data to the receiver. But we are ending the simulation at 4 seconds. That's why one packet is not sent to the receiver. This is what happened. So irrespective of the events, if you want to end your simulation, you can give any simulation time irrespective of the data transmission time. Now we will change the color of the node, labeling and shape of the node. So open the TCL script, gedit space u1.tcl. Now we will add shape to the node, color and labeling. For sender and receiver, we give box shape, and the intermediate node we will give hexagon shape, that is $N0 space shape box, enter. Next $N2 give shape as box. For sender and receiver I am giving same shape, that is box shape. For the intermediate device, give hexagon shape. So $N1 space shape space hexagon. Next, I will change only color of this intermediate device, that is $N1 space color, COLOR space, give any color. I'm giving it as blue. Sorry, this should be small letter, give blue, small b, So if you want to change the color of the other nodes, you can change here. I am changing only color for intermediate device. Next, see after this flower bracket, we will label the node. That is $ns space at I'm giving 0.0, open the quotation marks. Now give $n2 as sender. So $n2 is our sender, right? So $n2 space label, label, give it as S. I'm giving capital S. Next, copy this line, Control C. Next, paste here. Just change the node number here. So change it to 0. N0 will be my destination. So give capital D. I'm giving it as capital D. Next, N1, change $N1. Label it as intermediate device. So I'm giving capital D. So this is my intermediate device. N2 will be my sender and N0 will be my destination. So I'm giving SD, and this N1 is my intermediate device. So I'm giving it as ID. Now save the file. So to give the shape, the command is you have to give the address of the node, that is $N0 space shape space and name of the shape, that is box. Next $N1 we give shape as hexagon. I'm giving color only to the intermediate device, that is N1. So $N1 space color, COLOR space blue color. Next, if you want to label, after closing flower bracket, you have to add these lines. So at 0 seconds, it will label N2 as S, N0 as D and N1 as ID. Now save. Now open terminal. Now type NS space U1.TCL. Enter. See, box shape is given to 0 and 2. And for 1, it is hexagon shape and we gave color as blue color for 1 node. So click on play button. See, S is given to 2. It means 2 is the center and 1 is the intermediate device, that is we gave as ID. Next, 0 will be my destination. So we gave it as D. So at 0 seconds, it will label all these nodes. So I am closing this window. Now we will change the color of the traffic flow. So first we have to assign the color. So after creating the network simulator, you have to assign the color, that is $NS space color, COLOR space, give it as 1. So give color name. I'm giving it as red. So R should be capital letter RED. First, you have to assign the color after creating the network simulator, that is $NS space color space. We have only one data flow. So 1, give red color. Next, go to agents. Go to agents. Here my agent name is UDP0. So give $UDP0 space set space FID. We are giving flow ID, that is flow ID underscore space 1. So now blue color will be assigned for UDP data flow. So the command is $UDP0 space set space FID underscore space 1. Now we will see what will happen if it does not give the space here. See, save. Now open terminal. Execute the TCL script, that is ns space u1.tcl. See, it is showing error. No such variable. It is showing that no such variable. So you have to give FID underscore space 1. So open the text editor, that is, see, give here space FID underscore space 1. Now we will see what will happen if we give UDP 0 in place of UDP 0 if we give 1. So I am giving UDP 1. So many people do mistake here, that is they will give other name of the agent, so they will get error. So we will see what will happen if we give other name of this agent. So I am giving it as UDP 1. Now save the file and open terminal. Once again execute the TCL script. Clear? So the command is ns space u1.tcl. Now click enter. See, UDP1, no such variable. We got no such variable. So that's why you have to give the same agent name. That is, we have created the UDP0. So same name should be given here. UDP0. Now save the file. Now open terminal and execute. ns space u1.tcl. Enter. So we did not get any errors. So red color data is flowing from sender to destination to intermediate device. This is how we can change the shape, color, and how to label and how to change the color of the data flow. Now close this window. Now we will see network topologies. Topology is nothing but interconnection of the devices, right? So we have so many topologies. First we will do ring topology. So to open the generator, we will do it in generator. So open the generator. The command to open the generator is java space hyphen jar space capital NSG 2.jar. Now click enter. Select scenario. In scenario, select new white scenario. Now we will place the nodes in the form of circle. That is, I am placing 5 nodes. Here 1 node. Now we have placed the nodes. Now we have to link these devices, that is go to link. So I am selecting all the default values. Now connect these devices in the form of circle, that is N0 should connect it to N1, N1 should connect to N2, N2 should connect to N3, N3 should connect to N4, N4 should connect to N5, and N5 should connect to N0. Now we have connected all the devices in the form of ring. Now go to agents. So now I am taking 2 agents. One will be TCP and other will be UDP. So here we have agent type. Already it is in TCP. If you want to change the packet size before connecting this TCP, you can change the packet size here. I am changing it to 3500. So now connect TCP. I am connecting TCP to N0. Just click on N0, move and click. So TCP is connected to N0. Now select sync. For TCP, the receiver will be TCP sync. So select TCP sync. So I want N3 as my TCP sync. So select N3, move and click. Sync is connected to N3. The next important step is you have to connect TCP and sync. Click on TCP, then click on see, TCP is connected to sync. Now select UDP. So I am selecting next agent as my UDP. This is my UDP. Next, I am connecting for N0. So we can connect multiple agents to one device. So I am connecting UDP to N0. So select N0, move and click. So UDP is connected to N0. For UDP, the receiver will be null. So select null. Now I'm selecting N2. This N2 as my null. So select N2. Just click on N2, move and click. Null is connected to N2. Now connect null and UDP. That is click on null and then click on UDP. See, UDP is connected to null. Now go to applications. So for TCP, the application type will be FTP and here start time is 1 and stop time is 2. I'm changing it to 3 seconds. Changing it to 3 seconds. Next, I'm selecting CBR. So for CBR, I'm selecting start time as 3.5 seconds. I want data transmission after TCP data transmission. So I'm selecting start time as 3.5 seconds. And stop time will be 5 seconds. So at 1 second, this N0 will send TCP data to N3. And at 3.5 seconds, this UDP will send data to N2. And at 5 seconds, it will stop the data transmission. Next, first connect CBR. See, connect CBR to UDP. So we did not connect FTP, so select FTP. Select FTP, change start and stop time. So give 1, stop time as 3. Now connect FTP. So after giving the start and stop times, we have to connect FTP, select TCP, click on TCP, move and click. So FTP is connected to TCP. So first we have created the devices. Next we have connected the devices in the form of ring. Next we have assigned the agents. For N0 we have connected TCP and UDP and N2 will be null and N3 will be my sink. Next go to applications. For TCP connect FTP, give start and stop times before connecting FTP. Next select CBR, give start and stop times, then connect CBR to UDP. Next, go to parameters, change the simulation time. Change it to 6 seconds. Now give trace file name. So this is ring topology. I am giving it as R1 and give NAM file name, that is R1. So we gave simulation time, trace file name, NAM file name. Now click on done. Now generate the TCL. Now check each and every parameter in the TCL script. Here simulation time is 6 seconds. So the simulation will end at 6 seconds. Next we have network simulator creation. Next these are output files, that is r1.tr, r1.nam. Next creation of nodes. We have created 6 nodes and duplex link is used to connect these devices with some capacity and delay. Next, agents. So TCP is connected to N0, sync is connected to N3. In the same way, we have connected UDP and null. Next, these are applications. So we have CBR application. Next, we have FTP application. Now save the file. Click on save. Select desktop, open desktop, select TCL files. Now give it as R1. File name as R1. Now click on save. Now go to system and exit. Now we will give color because we have two data flows, that is TCP data flow and UDP data flow. Now we will give the color per data flow. So open the TCL script, that is gedit space file name of the TCL, that is r1.tcl. Now click enter. First assign the colors. So after creating the network simulator, give $ns space color, color space 1 space, give it as green color. Next $ns space color, color space 2 space, give it as blue color. So after assigning the colors, we have to go to the agents. So we are changing only color of the data flow. So here my agent name is TCP0. So here give dollar TCP0 set FID underscore space. You can give 1 or 2. So I'm giving it as 2. So blue color will be assigned for TCP data flow because 2 is blue color. We have assigned the 2 as blue color. Next, for UDP, give dollar. Agent name is UDP2. So give UDP2 space set SET space FID underscore space 1. So green color will be assigned for UDP data flow. Next, we will label the nodes. See, after closing flower bracket, give dollar ns at 0.0 open quotation marks give dollar n0 label it as source because n0 is sending both TCP and UDP data. So give it as source. Now close the flower brackets. Now we will see what are our receivers. See, N3 is sync and N2 is null. So give N2 as null and here we have N2 as null, right? So N2 node is null, N3 node is sync. So give N2 as null and N3 as sync. So I'm changing this time to 1 second. N2 as null. N2 is our null. So give N2 null. Next, N3 is sync. So change it to 2 seconds. At 2 seconds, I want to label N3 as sync. So give 2 seconds, that is 2.0. Next, here give name of the node, that is dollar N3. Label it as sync. Change it to sync. Now save the file. Save. Now open terminal and execute the TCL script, that is ns space r1.tcl. Click enter. So if you want to change the layout, you can change the layout using edit option. Here we have edit, zoom in, zoom out. Now click on edit. You can edit the layout. Just select the node, drag. Select the node, drag it. Now click on play button. See, source is given to node 0 at 0 seconds. Increase the speed using this step. At 1 second, it will mention 2 as null. See, null is given to node 2 and blue color data is flowing from 0 to 3. See, at 2 seconds, it is mentioned as sync. So we gave 1 and 3 seconds for TCP data transmission. So at 1 second, TCP started its data transmission and at 3 seconds, it has stopped its data transmission. Now at 3.5 seconds, this UDP will start transmitting the data to the null. See, green color data is flowing from 0 to 2. So small packets. So if you want to increase the packet size, you can increase the packet size in TCL scripting. So these are green color packets flowing from source to null. At 5 seconds, it will stop the data transmission. So at 5 seconds, UDP has stopped the data transmission. At 6 seconds, the simulation will stop. Now close this. Now we will do analysis. So for analysis, command is awk space -f space file name of the awk, that is wide1.awk. Next trace file name, that is r1.tr. Enter. So sent packets are 2149. We got received packets are also same because we do not have any packet drops. Remaining will be calculated from sent packets and received packets. Now we will see the mesh topology. Same, open the generator. Command is java space -jar space nsg2.jar. Click enter. In scenario, select new white scenario. So we are in node. So already it is in single. Now place the nodes. Place the nodes. Next go to link and now connect the devices in the form of mesh. That is, each and every device should connect to all other devices in the network. So first connect N0 to N1, N0 to N3, N0 to N4 and N0 to N2. Next connect N1 to N2, N1 to N3, N3 to N4, N4 to N5. Next N2 to N3 and N1 to N4. See, this is our mesh topology. So each and every device in the network should be connected to all other devices in the network. So a star is formed here. So all the devices have been connected. Next go to agents. Select same agent. I'm selecting it as TCP. Now we will take multiple senders and only one destination. So I'm selecting this N1 as one more TCP and this N3 as my one more TCP. So these three devices will be my senders. Next select TCP sync. For TCP the receiver will be TCP sync. So I want N2 as my receiver for all the devices. So select N2 as sync. For each and every TCP you have to connect all the TCPs. So if I gave one sync. So if you connect this TCP and sync. So some people will try to connect this TCP and this sync. So what will happen, we will see now. Just connect TCP and this sync. So it will connect this sync and the before connection will be removed from here. So that's why you have to connect other two syncs also here. We have three TCPs. So we have to connect three syncs. So we gave one sync already. So now connect another sync, that is for N2. And next connect sync, one more sync to N2. So for each and every TCP you have to connect all the syncs. So we have three TCPs. So we have to connect three syncs. So now connect this TCP to this sync. So this TCP to this sync. So we have multiple senders, but we have only one receiver here. Now go to application. Here we have application type as FTP. So for TCP, it should be FTP. So start time is 1. I'm giving it as 0.5 seconds. And stop time will remain 2. So change it to 3.5 seconds. Now connect FTP to all the TCPs. So FTP here. Suppose if you want to change the data transmission time for this TCP, you can change. So we will change it to 1.5 seconds. 1.5 seconds, and we will change it to 2.5 seconds. So for TCP1, this N1 will start data transmission at 1.5 seconds and it will stop at 2.5 seconds. Now connect FTP after giving start and stop times. Connect FTP to TCP1, that is click on TCP1. Next move and click. So this FTP1 is connected to TCP1. Now we have another TCP here. So if you want to change here, you can change. I am changing it to 2 seconds. For TCP2, the start time will be 2 and I am changing it to 4 seconds. Stop time will be 4 seconds. Now connect after giving start and stop times. Connect FTP to TCP2. Just click on TCP2, move and click. So this example is that we can use one device as multiple senders and we can also use one device as multiple destinations. So we gave 3 different senders, but the destination for all these devices is only one. So for each and every TCP, you have to connect the sink. So we have connected 3 TCPs and for each TCP, we have connected 3 different sinks and we have connected them. Next, use application. So we gave different timings for different application type. Now next, after giving this application, go to parameters, change simulation time. So I'm giving it as 5 seconds. Next, give trace file name. So this is our mesh topology. I'm giving it as M1 or otherwise you can give mesh. I'm giving it as mesh. Next NAM file name, give it as mesh. So after giving simulation time and trace file name, NAM file name, click on done. Click on done. Now generate the TCL script. So check each and every parameter. So simulation time is there and network simulator is created. It is open to output file, that is trace file and NAM file. Next, this is the creation of the nodes. Next, this is the links. Next, we have agents. We have 3 agents. See here we have packet size as 1500. So I'm changing it to 2500. I'm giving it for 3500. Next, for other TCP, I'm changing it as 5500. So I'm giving different packet size for different TCPs. So after giving this, in application, we have 3 FTPs. Here we have start and stop times. Next, this is the termination. So after checking each and every parameter, save the TCL script. Click on save. Save it on desktop. Open. Select TCL file and give file name as mesh. MESH. Now click on save. Go to system, exit. Now we will give colors for data flow, that is we have 3 TCPs. So the default color is black color. So to differentiate the traffic flow, we have to give the color. So open the TCL script, that is gedit space mesh.tcl. Mesh.tcl, click enter. Now give the different colors. That is $NS space color COLOR space. We have 3 data flows. We have, because we have 3 TCPs connection. So give 3 colors. One red color. Next give blue color. Next give brown color. Brown. And change here 2. And next here 3. So we gave 3 colors. First one will be red, second one will be blue, and third one will be brown. So after assigning the colors, go to agents. Go to agents. So check the agent name, that is TCP0. So same type here, dollar TCP0 space set space FID underscore space 1. Next go to next TCP connection. So next TCP connection, here we have name as TCP1. So use same name, that is dollar TCP1 space set space FID underscore space 2. Next same dollar TCP2. Here my agent name is TCP2. So give dollar TCP2 set FID underscore space 3. So these three different colors will be assigned for three different TCP data flow. So after giving this, save the file. Now open terminal. Now type the command, that is ns space mesh.tcl. This is the command to execute our TCL script, that is ns space mesh.tcl. Now click enter. So here we have overlappings. Because of this NAM window we have overlapping. Now we will edit this topology. Go to edit option, edit and change the layout. So here the overlapping of nodes is present here. Just remove these nodes. See, this is our mesh topology. Now click on play button. So we gave different timings for different data transmissions. See, at 0.5 seconds, 0 is sending data to 2. So red color is assigned for this TCP data flow. So after sending data, 2 is sending acknowledgements. See, at 1.5 seconds, 1 is sending data to 2. So the packet size for this data is, we gave 2500 or 3500. So the packet size is very large. Compared to this red color data flow, the blue color data packet is very large. So at 2 seconds, this 4 node will send, or I think 3 node. So actually our node 3 should be here and 4 should be here. Now click on play button. This 3 will transmit data to 2. So brown color is assigned for this TCP data flow, and the packet size here is very large compared to red and blue because we gave 5500. So this is how we can use multiple senders and we can use only one node as destination. We can give different colors to the different data flow to differentiate the data flow. So we gave different stop times. So blue color data transmission has been stopped. Next at 3.5 seconds, this red color data transmission will stop. See, at 3.5 seconds, this 0 has stopped its data transmission, and at 4 seconds, this 3 will stop its data transmission. Our simulation will end at 5 seconds. So simulation has been completed. Now close this window. Now we will do analysis. Same. AWK space -f space wide1.awk and change this trace file name as mesh.tr. Mesh.tr. Now click enter. So sent packets are 5733 and same received packets are also same, that is 5733. We do not have any packet drops. So this is about mesh topology. Now we will see star topology. Now we will generate the star topology. Now open the generator. Command is java space -jar space nsg2.jar. Now click enter. In scenario, select new white scenario. Now we will design our network in the form of star topology. So we select node. Now create in the form of star. So in star topology, one device is connected to the other device using one central device. So this N0 will be my central device. And now we have to connect all the other devices to this central device. So go to link. If you want to change the parameters, you can change the parameters. Now connect these devices, that is connect N1 to N0, N2 to N0, N6 to N0, N3 to N0, N4 to N0. Select the node and click on the other node. Just click on this node and click on the other node. So a link is formed between the devices. So in star topology, we have one central device. So if any device want to transmit data to the other device, first it has to transmit to the central device. Then this central device will transmit data to the destination. So we have connected in the form of star. Now go to agents. Just I'm selecting only one TCP connection. So select TCP, connect TCP to N1. Next select sync. So select this N6 as sync. Now connect, next step is to connect TCP and sync. Click on TCP, click on sync. So TCP and sync is connected. Now go to applications, change start and stop times, change it to 3 seconds, start time is 1 and stop time is 3. So now connect FTP. Select TCP, move and click. FTP will be connected to TCP. Next go to parameters, change simulation time, give it as 4. Because the data transmission is 3 seconds, so I'm giving it as 4 seconds. Now change it. Change the trace file name, that is star. Use star.tr and nav file name as star. Now click on done. So after giving these names, don't forget to click on done. Click on done. Next, click on TCL. So check the TCL script. So here network simulator, trace file, LAN file, nodes are created. Next, these are links and these are the position of the nodes. Next here agents. Next here we have application and next finish. So everything is present in the TCL script according to our design. So click on save. Save it on desktop. Select file of type as TCL file. Now view file name, that is star. Now click on save. Go to system and exit. For execution, the command is ns space file name, that is star.tcl. See here we have overlapping of the devices. Edit. See, now click on play button. At 1 second, one will transmit data because 1 is our sender and 6 is our receiver. So after, see, this 1 is sending data to 0 and 0 is sending data to 6. So after receiving data, 6 is sending acknowledgements to 1. Just increase the speed. At 3 seconds, the data transmission will stop and at 4 seconds, the simulation will stop. So at 3 seconds, the data transmission has been stopped and at 4 seconds, the simulation will stop. See, at 4 seconds, the data transmission has been, simulation has been stopped. So close this. Now do analysis, that is AWK space save command. Just change the trace file name. Change it to star. Star.tr is my trace file name. Click enter. See, we got sent packets, received packets, and the packet drops are 0. So according to our AWK scripts and the trace file, it calculated the parameters. Now we will see the Ethernet LAN. So we have designed star topology, mesh topology and ring topology. Now we will see Ethernet LAN, how to do Ethernet LAN in NS2. So first we will place the devices. After placing the devices and generating the TCL script using the NSG generator, we will add one more line to make it as LAN Ethernet. So first we have to open the generator, that is cd space disk. Already we are in desktop, sorry. Next command to open the generator is java space -jar space capital NSG 2.jar, enter. Now select scenario, new white scenario. Now, so I'm placing one device here. Next, place other devices. So this N0 will be my sender and I want to form a LAN connection between this N1, N2, N3, N4 and N5. So this connect N0 to N1, that's it. So go to link, select duplex link. So change the parameters according to your requirement. Now connect these two devices only, N0 and N1. So I want to make these 5 devices as my LAN connection. So don't connect these because there is a command to create the LAN connection between the nodes. This LAN connection is not present in this NSG generator. So we will write in TCL script to create the LAN connection between these devices. So just I'm connecting only N0 and N1. So I want this N0 as my sender and I want this devices as my LAN Ethernet. So go to agent. So select agent, that is I'm selecting TCP agent. So this N0 will be my sender. So select N0 as TCP. Now select TCP sink. See, I want this N5 as my TCP sink. So select N5, just move and click. So sink is connected to N5. Now connect TCP and sink. Now go to application. Here we have application type FTP, change start and stop times. I am keeping same 1 as start time. I am changing it to 5 seconds as stop time. Now connect FTP to TCP. Just select TCP, move and click. FTP is connected to TCP. Next go to parameters. Now change simulation time as 6 seconds. Change trace file name, that is I am giving it as L1, that is LAN, sorry, or otherwise you can give, I am giving LE1, that is LAN Ethernet 1. Next change the file name of NAM, that is LE1. Now click on done. After giving these parameters, if you close, it will won't change. So after giving these parameters, you have to click on done. Next, generate the TCL script. First, we have created the nodes. We have created the 6 devices. So this N0 is my sender and this N5 is my receiver. So we are connecting this sender to the LAN connection. So I want to make these devices as LAN connection. We will do it in TCL script because there is no option in NSG generator. We have connected TCP to N0 and sink to N5. Next, FTP should be connected to TCP0. Next, we have given the start simulation time, trace file name, NAM file name. Next, generate the TCL script. See simulation time, network simulator, trace file name, NAM file name. Next, we have created 6 nodes and we gave only one connection, that is between N0 and N1. So if you want to change anything, you can change here. Next, we have connected one agent. To N0, we have connected TCP, and for N5, we have connected the sink. Next, this is the application. We gave start time as 1 and stop time as 5. Now click on save. Save it on desktop. Select desktop and open. Now file of type as TCL file. Now give file name as LE1. Now click on save. Now go to system, exit. Now we will open the TCL script to add the LAN Ethernet connection. So the command is gedit space file name of the TCL script, that is le1.tcl. Enter. See, a link is connected, right? So now we will do the LAN setup. So this is the LAN setup. Now the command to set up the LAN between the devices is sct space LAN. Next $ns space new LAN. Give it as new. Next L should be capital letter and give LAN, that is new LAN, and L should be capital letter space. Now open the quotation marks and we are creating the LAN between N1, N2, N3, N4 and N5. So give all the nodes, that is $N1 space $N2 space $N3 space $N4 space $N5. So we are creating the LAN between N1, N2, N3, N4 and N5. So after this, close the quotation marks. Next, give capacity. So I am giving the capacity of the LAN as 0.5 MB. So M should be capital letters, B should be small letter. So next, after this, give delay. So I am giving it as 10 seconds, 10 ms. So 10 milliseconds will be my delay. So this M and S should be small letters. Next, give link layer. So for Ethernet, it has two layers, right? That is link layer and that. This is logical link layer. So we have to give the LL. So this will connect these devices in the LAN. So after giving capital LL, next to give Q. For every link, it contains Q. So we have to queue the Q, that is Q slash, and we have to give the Q type, that is drop tail. So I'm selecting it as drop tail as my Q type. So give drop tail space, and we have to give the MAC protocol, that is MAC, capital MAC forward slash. So the IEEE standard for MAC protocol for LAN connection is 802 underscore 3, and give it as channel and close the brackets. So this is how we set up the LAN between the devices. So we are setting the LAN, that is we are creating the new LAN between the devices, that is N1, N2, N3, N4 and N5. So for this LAN we have to give the capacity of the link, that is we are giving 0.5 MB as capacity. M should be capital letter and B should be small letter. Same, whatever we are giving in the links, so same we are giving here. So I'm giving 10 milliseconds as delay. Next for Ethernet we have link layer, so give capital LL. Next we are selecting the queue, because for each and every link we have one queue. So select queue and select the queue type. So drop tail, the name of the drop tail here, if you observe, D should be capital letter and T should be capital letter. So same name should be given here. Next we have to give the MAC protocol, that is MAC 802 underscore 3 and channel. So after this, click on save. So after giving this, click on save. Now open the terminal. Now execute the TCL script. That is ns space le1. Oh, I will keep my screen clear. So type for execution, the command is ns space le1 dot tcl. Now click enter. See, a LAN connection is formed, right? So LAN is nothing but we have only one cable, and this common cable is shared by all the devices in the network. So 0 is our sender and a LAN is formed between remaining devices, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now click on play button. So this 0 will send data to 5. At 1 second it will start data transmission. See, if you observe here in LAN, or the node will send data to all the other nodes, but only the destination will accept the data. So 5 is only accepting the data, remaining nodes are dropping the data. So you can edit the layout. Just close this. Once again, I will generate it. I will execute this TCL script. So we will change this to observe the data transmission clearly. I am changing the layout. Select edit. Just move this LAN. So this is the LAN connection. All the devices have been connected, and 0 is the sender and 5 is the receiver. So, but in LAN, the data will be transmitted to all the devices. Only the receiver will accept the data. So, only 5 will accept the data and the remaining devices will drop the data. So, when you click on play button, increase the speed. See, 0 is sending to 1, and in this LAN connection, data is sent to all the other devices also, but only 5. See, 5 is receiving the data and it is not dropping the data because it is the receiver. So after receiving the data, see here we have acknowledgement. So it is sending acknowledgements to this LAN cable, and this it is sent to 1 and 1 is sending to 0. See, 0 is sending data to 1, 1 is sending data to this LAN cable. Through this LAN cable, 5 is receiving the data. So after receiving the data, this 5 is sending acknowledgements to 0. So these packets are acknowledgements. Because this is a TCP protocol, we have acknowledgement. So if you observe, this 3 is dropping the data and the remaining 2 devices, that is 2 and 4, is also dropping the data. I'm increasing my speed. So at 5 seconds, the data transmission will stop. See, the data transmission has been stopped at 5 seconds, and at 6 seconds, the simulation has been stopped. Now close this. Now enter, clear. So once again, we will see the TCL script of LAN. Just we have created the devices using the generator, and we have connected only 2 devices, and we gave agents and application. So this LAN, to establish the LAN, this parameter is not present in NSG generator. So that's why we have to write our code in TCL script. So we have opened the TCL script and we have to add this line. That is, we have to set the LAN. That is based on your requirement, give the devices to set up the LAN. That is set LAN $ns. We are creating the new LAN. So this LAN is created between 5 devices. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So give the devices. Next give the capacity, give delay and give the link layer. This should be capital LL. Next give the queue type as drop tail. Next give the MAC protocol and the channel. So this will create your LAN Ethernet. This is how we use the, so this is how we are creating our LAN network. Now, next we will see drop tail and RED, queue management schemes. So we have completed the topologies, right? We have seen UDP communication. Next we have seen different types of topologies, star, mesh, ring, and we have seen the LAN Ethernet. Now we will see what are queue management schemes. So queue management schemes are nothing but they are used to manage the length of the queue. So when sender sends the data is kept in queue. So when queue becomes full, these queue management schemes are used to drop the packets. So for drop tail, it will drop the packets. First we will see drop tail. What is drop tail? So we will open the generator, we will design the network and we will see how this drop tail will work. So open the generator. Same command, this is the command to open the generator. Now click enter. Select scenario, new white scenario. So now create the network. So to observe the queue management schemes working, we will use dumbbell shape, or we can also call it as bottleneck network. So we are going to design that bottleneck network, or we can call it as dumbbell topology. So we will place the devices in the form of dumbbell, or you can call it as bottleneck network. So this is the shape. If you want to place other devices also, you can place here. Now go to link. Now, so to observe the drop tail mechanism, so these are, I'm selecting these three devices as my senders and these three devices as my receivers, and this is the common link. Bottleneck is nothing but there will be a common link, and the sender will utilize this common link and to share the data to the destinations. Now we will connect the devices. So select link. Now connect these devices N0 to N2, N1 to N2, N6 to N2. Now connect N3 to N4. Just click on N3. Next click on N4. Click on N3. Click on N5. Next click on N3. Then click on N7. So these are my senders and these are my receivers. Now there is a common link. We have to connect this common link. So here the capacity, it is the default capacity for these links, it is 100. Here it is 100 and here it is 100. So to observe the packet drop, we have to change this link capacity. So here it is 100. So we are giving more capacity here. Now we will decrease the capacity of this link. So change it to 5. So it is 100 for these links. So I'm changing it to 5. So after changing capacity, just connect these devices. That is, click on N2 and click on N3. So already it is in default, that is already it is in drop tail. So first connect these devices, that is we are not changing the capacity of these links. Once again we will connect these devices. I will clearly once again explain you how to connect these devices. Select, so there is no undo option. So select new white scenario. So node, select three devices. Next select one device and next one device and next select three devices. Just click here. So the devices will be created. Now go to link. So bottleneck is nothing but there will be a common link between these two devices and these senders will share this share this link to transmit the data. So to observe the performance of drop tail, I'm changing this link capacity because it will drop the packets, right? Drop tail is nothing but when queue is full, it will drop the packets from the tail of the queue. So to observe the packet dropping, I'm changing this capacity. So if you decrease this capacity, and here we have 100 MB capacity for these three devices, but coming to here we have only 5 MB capacity. Here capacity is more, so it will send more packets, but here capacity is less. So it is receiving, this entry will receive data from these three devices. So there will be multiple packets at entry, but the link capacity here will be very less, right? So after queue is full, it start dropping the packet from the tail of the queue. That's why don't change the link capacity when you connect these devices and these devices. So already it is in 100 MB capacity and it is in duplex link and the queue type is drop tail. So we are selecting, first we will see what drop tail will do. So select queue type as drop tail. Capacity is 100. I'm not changing the capacity. So first connect these devices. So just click on N0 and next click on N3. N1, N3. Next N2, N3. Now click on N4, then click on N5. So a duplex link is formed between N4 and N5. Next click on N4, click on N6, click on N4 and click on N7. So we are not changing the capacity of these links, but we have to change this link capacity to observe the packet dropping. So before connecting this link, change the capacity. I'm changing it to 5 MB. So based on your requirement, you can change the capacity according to your requirement. So I'm changing it to 5. Now connect these devices. So before connecting only, you have to change the capacity. Now select N3. Next select N4. So a link is formed between N3 and N4. Now go to agents. Now I want these three devices as my TCP agents. So select agent type as TCP. So connect. If you want UDP also, you can connect UDP. So I'm selecting TCP as my agent. So here the packet size is 1500. I'm changing it to 2500. Now connect TCP to N1, N2 and N3 because these are my senders. So connect TCP to N0, that is just click on N0, move and click. So next click on N1, move and click. Next click on N2, move and click. So three TCPs have connected to N0, N1 and N2. Now we have to select these three devices as my destination. Now go to agent type, select TCP sync because for TCP the receiver will be TCP sync. Now connect to these devices. So select N1, click on N1, move and click. Click on N6, move and click. Next click on N7, just move this and click. So these things have been connected to N5, N6 and N7. So now connect TCPs and syncs. So N0 will be my sender and this N7 will be my receiver. Next select this TCP and next this. Next select this TCP and this is my sync. So we have connected three TCPs to different syncs. So agents is completed. Now we have to go to applications. Now change start and stop time. Start time is 1. Change stop time to 10 seconds. Next connect FTP to all the TCPs. That is connect FTP to TCP. Next connect FTP to TCP1. Next FTP. Just click on TCP, move and click. So FTP will be connected to TCPs. Next go to parameters. Suppose if you want to give different timings for different TCPs. So before connecting FTP, you can change start and stop time. So I'm giving same start and stop times for all the FTPs. Now go to parameters. Change simulation time. Our data transmission time is 10 seconds. So change it to 12 seconds. Now change trace file name. Change it as, I'm giving as drop 1 because this is drop tail. So select it as drop 1. So change the file name of NAM, that is drop 1. So after giving these parameters, click on done. Now generate the TCL script. Now check each and every parameter. So we have simulation time as 12. Next we have simulator and the trace file name, NAM file name. Next here we have nodes. We have created 8 nodes. Next these are the link between the nodes. See, for all the links it is 100 MB capacity and the queue size is same for all. So if you want to change the queue size also you can change here. So for N3 and N4 we gave 50 MB capacity. So here we have 5 MB capacity and the remaining all are 100 MB capacity. And here queue size is 50. Suppose if you want to change the queue size, I am decreasing it to 20. So based on our requirement, we have to give the capacity and the queue size. I am giving it as 5 and queue size will be my 20. Next, we have agents here. We have 3 agents. Next, we have application, that is 3 applications. Next, this is the termination. Now, go to save. Save it on desktop. Select file of type as TCL file. Now give file name, that is drop 1. So give drop 1. Now click on save. Now go to system and exit. Now we will execute this TCL script. Command is ns space drop 1 dot TCL. So this is called as dumbbell topology or bottleneck network. So we have only one common link here. So senders are sending data to 3 and we have only one common link. These senders, so these 3 will share this common link to transmit data to different destinations. Now click on play button. increase the step size to increase the speed. See, first we do not have any data transmission. After queue is full, it has dropped some packets. See, the packets are dropping here because the capacity here it is 100, but here the capacity is very less. We gave only 5 MB. So just to observe this packet dropping, we gave this link capacity as 5 MB. First, the packets are kept in queue. Some packets have been transmitted, but after the queue is full, it is dropping the packets from the tail of the queue. Drop tail is nothing, but when queue is full, it will drop all the arriving packets. So it is dropping the arriving packets from the different senders when queue is full. So here the queue is not full. See, after that again it is dropping. When queue is full, again it is dropping the packets. See, again it is dropping the packets when queue is full. So it wait for until queue is full. So if queue is full, it will drop the packets from the tail of the queue. So again it is dropping the packets. So the simulation has been stopped at 12 seconds. Now if you want to observe which packet is dropping, so we have to give different colors because the default color is black color. It is same for all the TCPs. So we will give different colors here. So close this window. Now open text editor or otherwise in terminal. We have command that is gedit space drop1.tcl. Now click enter, it will open the TCL script. Enter. Now we will give different colors to observe which packet is dropping. So to identify which packet is dropping, we have to give different colors to the different data flow. So first we have to assign the colors. So after creating the network simulator, give the colors, that is $in space color space 1. You can give any color. So copy this. Just copy this line. Control C. Now change it to 2. So we have 3 senders. So I am giving 3 different colors. We will give blue color. And next third color will be give purple. So I am giving it as purple color. So we gave first one is red, second one will be blue, and third one will be purple color. We have assigned the colors. Next go to agents. Go to agents. Now here to assign the flow ID, that is we have to give our agent name. Here we have TCP0. So give $TCP0 space set space FID underscore space 1. So we are giving red color to the TCP data flow. Next go to next agent. After this line, give $TCP1. Here we have TCP1 as our agent. So give $TCP1 space set SCT space FID underscore space 2. Next, dollar. Go to next TCP connection, that is dollar $TCP2. So give dollar TCP2 space set FID, that is flow ID underscore space 3. So after giving these lines, save the file and open terminal. Now execute the TCL script. Command is ns space drop1.tcl. Click enter. You can also edit your network. Now click on play button. Increase the speed. See. We have red color data, blue color data and purple color data. So first the data has been transmitted, but when queue is getting full, it started dropping the packets. So in drop tail, if you observe, we have continuous packet drops. When queue get full, we have continuous packet drops. Just observe. So the data has been transmitted from 0, 1, 2 to the 3 different destinations. So it is sending the data. Here the queue is not full. So here, so we have packet drops. So we have continuous packet drops. Means when queue gets full, it will drop the packets continuously. So it is dropping the packets. That is, it is getting data from different senders. So it is dropping the packets. So we have continuous packet drops. When queue get full, it will drop all arriving packets. So it has dropped all arriving packets into the queue. Increase the speed. So blue color and purple color packets have been dropped. Next, red color. It is dropping the red color packet. Just when queue gets full, it will drop the arriving packet. This is how drop tail works in NS2. So the simulation have been completed. Now close this window. Now we have to do the analysis. So for analysis, command is awk space -f space void1.awk. That is file name of awk. Next give the trace file name, that is drop1.tr. Enter. So the sent packets are 6265, but the received packets are only 6218. We have packet drop, that is 47. So if you add received packets and packet drops, you will get sent packet, that is 6218 plus 47. We will get 6265 packets. So 47 packets have been dropped in our network. So the packet delivery ratio will decrease, because packet delivery ratio is nothing but received packets by sent packets into 100. So the received packets are, some packets are dropping. So that's why we got only 99.24. Next we have packet drop ratio. Packet drop ratio is nothing but number of packets dropped by sent packet. That is 47 by sent packets into 100, we will get this value. Next time, simulation time is, that is data transmission time is 10 seconds and we got this delay. We got 161.87 delay. So this is how we will see the working of drop tail in NS2. Now we will see RED, that is random early detection. RED is nothing but random early detection. First we will see what is random early detection. See, this is the drop tail. So in drop tail, this is the queue, right? So when data is sent into the queue, when queue becomes full, so this is the next packet to transmit and this is at the tail. So this is called head of the queue and this is called tail of the queue. So the packets from the sender will be kept in this queue in drop tail. So when this queue will become full, the arriving packets will be dropped. That's why we got packet drop from the tail of the queue. So when queue gets full, it will drop the packets continuously. So this is done in drop tail. Next, this is random early detection. So in RED, the queue has minimum and maximum point. So if you observe here, we have minimum point and maximum point for queue. So when queue reaches minimum point, so when queue reaches minimum point, it will drop packets randomly. So the arriving packets, it will drop the arriving packets randomly. So when queue reaches maximum point, so it will drop all the packets. So it will drop when queue reaches maximum point, it will drop all the arriving packets. So we use these queue management schemes to manage the length of the queue. Suppose if we send all the packets into the queue, irrespective of the queue size, if we send all the packets in the queue, so there may be chance of collision of the packet. So that's why we are using these queue management schemes. So when queue get full, these management schemes will drop the packets. So drop tail will drop the packet from the tail of the queue when queue gets full. But in RED, this is an active queue management scheme. So when queue gets minimum point, when queue reaches minimum point, it will drop the packets randomly. And when queue reaches maximum point, it will drop all arriving packets. Now we will design the network for RED. So open terminal. Open the generator, that is Java space -jar space capital NSG 2.jar. So this is the command to open the generator. Now click enter. In scenario, select new white scenario. So go to nodes. Already we are in single. So place the nodes. So now I am taking only two senders. Two senders, I am taking the dumbbell topology. So this will be common link and these are my receivers and this will be my senders. Now go to link. First connect these links. So the capacity is 100. Now click on N0 and click, before connecting. So go to links. Before connecting, change queue type as RED. Now connect the devices. So before connecting, select queue type. So before we have seen drop tail, now we will see the working of RED. Select queue type as RED. So before connecting the link, select queue type as RED. Now connect these links, that is N0 to N2, next N1 to N2, next N3 to N4, next N3 to N5. Now this is our common link. We have to change this capacity, means we have to decrease our capacity to observe the packet drops. So change it to 1. I am changing it to 1. So the capacity is very less. We have here 100, but I am changing the capacity to 1. So now click on this N2 and click on this N3. So we have connected this common link. So before connecting this common link, you have to change the capacity, that is to, I'm changing it to 1 Mbps. We will see what will happen. Next, go to agents. Now in agent, select TCP and UDP. Now I'm selecting two agents, that is one will be my TCP and the other will be my UDP. So already it is in TCP. So connect TCP to one node. So I'm selecting N1 as TCP, that is just click on N1, move and click. Next, select UDP. So I'm selecting this N0 as my UDP. Just click on N0, move and click. UDP will be connected to N0. Next, select TCP sync. So I'm selecting this as my TCP sync N4. So click on N4, move and click. Next, select null. So select N5 as null. Just click on N5, move and click. Null will be connected to N5. Now connect UDP and null. UDP should be connected to null and TCP should be connected to sync. So if you connect UDP to sync and TCP to null, there will be no data transmission. It will show error. So connect properly, that is connect UDP to null and TCP to sync. Now go to, so if you want to change packet size, before attaching these TCPs and UDPs, you can change the packet size. So the default value is 1500. So we have connected the UDPs and TCPs. Next, go to application, select FTP. For TCP, select FTP. Already it is in FTP. So change start and stop times. Change it to 5. I'm giving start time as 1 and stop time as 5 seconds. Now connect FTP. FTP to TCP. So FTP should be connected to TCP. So select TCP, just click on TCP, move and click. So FTP is connected to TCP. Next, select CBR. We have start and stop times, same. If you want to change, you can also change. Suppose we will change it to here 6 seconds. So start time will be 1 second and stop time will be 6 seconds for CBR. So select CBR. Now click on UDP, move and click. CBR is connected to UDP. Next, go to parameters, change stop time. So for CBR, we gave 6 seconds stop time. So give simulation time as 7 seconds. Next, give trace file name. So give it as RED1. I'm giving it as RED1 because the queue type is RED. So give RED1. Next for name, same RED1. Now click on done. Generate the TCL. So if you want to change any parameters, once again you can change in this. See after generating this TCL script, you have to check each and every step. So here we have simulation time as 7. Next, same network simulator, trace file name, NAM file name. Next we have these nodes. We have created 6 nodes. Next, these are the connection between the nodes. See here, N2 and N3 is common link and the capacity is 1. So remaining all are 100 MB, but we have changed it for N2 and N3 as 1 MB. Just to observe the working of RED, I am changing this capacity. Suppose if you give 100 MB capacity, there will be no packet dropping because the capacity is same for all links. So the senders will send data to the intermediate devices. Using this common link, they will send data to the other devices. That's why to observe the packet drops, I am changing this capacity. So based on your requirement, you have to change the capacity and the delay is 10 milliseconds. See, if you observe here, the queue type is RED. Next here we have queue limit, that is N2, N3, it is 50. So change it to 30. So change the queue size to 30. Next, these are the positions of the nodes. Next, agents. We have connected TCP0 and UDP, that is to N0 and N1. So these are agents. Next here, application. So FTP is connected to TCP and CBR is connected to UDP. So after this, we have finish. So go to save. Save it on desktop. Select desktop and open or double click on desktop. Now select file of type as TCL file. Now go to file name, give it as RED1. Now click on save. Go to system, exit. Now we have to execute our TCL script. That is, first we will change the color of the data because we have TCP and UDP. So if you want to observe which packet is dropping, that is which TCP packet is dropping or CBR packet is dropping. So to differentiate the data transmission and packet dropping, we have to give the colors. So now we will give the colors. So open the TCL script. Command is gedit space file name. Our file name is red1.tcl. Click enter. Now give the colors. So we will take copy these lines. So just I am copying these lines from the before TCL script. Just paste here. After creating the network simulator, we have to assign the colors. So color 1, we have only two senders, that is 1 and 2. So we are giving color 1 as red and color 2 as blue. So after assigning the colors, go to agents. Go to agents. Our agent name is TCP0. So give dollar TCP0 space set space FID underscore space. I am giving it as 2. So the second color, which is the second color? So second color is blue color. So blue color will be assigned for TCP data flow. So you can also give 1 or 2. I am giving it as 2. Next here we have another agent, that is UDP. So dollar UDP1 space set space FID underscore space, give it as 1. Next, so we have assigned the colors and we have given the flow IDs. Now after giving these lines in the TCL script, save the TCL script, click on save. Now open terminal. Now execute the TCL script, that is ns space file name red1.tcl. Enter. So this is our network. Now click on play button. Increase the speed. At 1 second, the data transmission will start. See, red and blue color data have been transmitted. So this RED is dropping the packets. When Q is reaching the minimum point, it is dropping the packets. So red color is CBR packet and blue color see randomly. So after when Q is reaching minimum point, it is randomly dropping the packets. First we have continuous packet drop and next it is dropping the packets randomly. See, random packets will be dropped in RED. So when Q reaches minimum point, it will drop the packets randomly. So it is randomly dropping the packets. So if you observe here, we have used TCP and UDP both. But this red color data is UDP. So UDP is a fast protocol. So UDP will work faster than TCP, but UDP should be used only for short distances because it does not provide acknowledgement. So we will use UDP only for short distances. That's why only more number of packets from UDP is transmitted because UDP is faster than TCP. Blue color packets are less transmitted. So if you observe here, see UDP packets are transmitted, but the TCP packets are very less because of this is a connection-less protocol. UDP is a connection-less protocol and TCP is a connection-oriented protocol. So after receiving the acknowledgements, it will send the data. But UDP will send the data directly. Without any acknowledgements, it will transmit the data to the receiver. So at 5 seconds, this TCP data transmission will stop. See, TCP data transmission has been stopped at 5 seconds because we gave start time as 1 and stop time as 5. For UDP data transmission, we gave start time as 1 and stop time as 6. So at 6 seconds, the UDP data transmission have been stopped. At 7 seconds, simulation have been stopped. Now close this window. Clear. Now we will do analysis, that is awk space -f space void1.awk space file name of the trace file, that is red1.tr. Now click enter. So the sent packets are 1969 and the received packets are 1892. So dropped packets, we have 77 dropped packets. Next, if you add received packets and packet drops, you will get sent packets. So this is how Droptail and RED works in NS2. So to observe the packet drops, we have changed the link capacities. Just to observe the packet drops or to observe the working of Droptail and RED, we have changed the link capacity. So that's it for today. Today we have discussed what is UDP communication and we have seen different topologies, and next we have seen Droptail and RED working. So tomorrow we will discuss the congestion of TCP, how to plot the congestion for TCP, and we will see how throughput will change when we change the data rate. Tomorrow we will observe it, and we will also see how to add the extra agents and extra nodes in the TCL script. So now instead of opening the generator once again, so if you want to change the before network, so we can do it in TCL script. So tomorrow we will see how to add the agents in the TCL script, how to add new nodes in the TCL script. So tomorrow we will observe it. Next, we will also do the congestion of TCP. So we have different types of TCPs, right? That is TCP, TCP Reno, Vegas. So we will plot the congestion of different TCPs. Next, we will see how throughput will change according to the data rate.